Welcome. If you're seeing this, you've made your way to the very first episode of Behind the Gathering. For a long time, I've operated in front of the house, whether it's my job in PR or my works in the coffee world. I've been able to operate things in front of a camera, in front of the house. But today, I've decided to come out and give you behind the gathering. What happens when no one is watching? And what happens when thoughts are running through your mind? That's the idea of behind the gathering. Behind the gathering is a simple idea that I got, I think at the beginning of last year. It was around Feb. I was having my coffee in a corner of a coffee shop. That's one of my favorite coffee shops, which I won't mention today for various reasons. But I was thinking to myself, what happens? Like, what if you just had somewhere safe, somewhere peaceful where you're alone and you're just talking about various things that happen in your mind when you're planning out all this? When I talk about planning out all this, I mean building a media and coffee company that has been really um, quite an incredible experience, I might say. But also, it's fun to do something that you love. I fell in love with coffee from the very first start way back in school. That will be like another story on this channel. But when I go to a place where I am able to do the brewing, the interaction with the various people, it gave me a sense of purpose. And then when the passion of media came in as well, it was like an infusion of two things like this that, it's like finding a beautiful woman who has all the characters that you need, all the features that you need, and they also reciprocate to your energy that you're giving them. So that's how I felt about uh, starting to build a media company and a coffee brand. So behind the gathering will be that show where you get to just hear me rant different things, different thoughts that I think, and also like be vulnerable because one of the things that I've realized lately is I I stone hard. Like I have like layers and layers and layers of um vulnerability. Like I'm not so vulnerable to the point that I share what's happening in my life, what's going on, and it takes a toll on me as a person. And I feel like since I host the podcast, we need to talk. Then am I being real to myself when I'm saying or when I'm calling upon the community to talk, and I'm not talking? I don't know whether it makes sense. Yes, I can have a conversation on the podcast with various people, various guests, by that, which is an amazing experience as well. But then when you sit down to yourself and reflect how the conversations are going, are you really talking or you're letting them talk? I don't know whether that makes sense. So basically, for me, this is the space that I've chosen to, be here, elaborate whatever is going on in my life, share it with you guys. So if you are looking at, being in that space, joining the community of gatherers, please subscribe and let's enjoy this road together. This is the very first episode of Behind the Gathering, which I'm so happy to, knock off because, man, if I tell you that before I sat down here, imagine since last year, I've been procrastinating about this idea. You get, I found myself like, I'm a very big procrastinator, which is a very bad thing. I don't know. You tell me. Are you like that person who procrastinates a lot? Like, I kept on pushing it on and on, on and on, on and on. Until today, even today, before I sat down here, I was about to just say, no, I'll do it tomorrow because you know what? I don't have everything that I need to start. like I just need a branding, all that kind of set. Like I have like Gather Now Coffee right here, like at the back where like over there is like some cool branding. I have like, a somber cool studio that I have. But I'm like, man, you've pushed on this for a long time. Just sit down and get done with it. So what I did was just, what, just sit down, get your cup of coffee, run, see how it goes. So if you're out here trying to figure out things just like the way I am, welcome to the channel Behind the Gathering. We shall call it big. How does that sound? Let's just call it big, Behind the Gathering. This is like an extension of the brand Amon, and the brands that he represents, which is Gather Now Network, and that's under Gather Concepts, which is like the main group of company, and it hosts the podcast, it does the coffee business. So we are going to be like talking about all that together. So guys, welcome, feel at home, and what's the word? To figuring out all this together. So yeah, where do we start from? Uh, Telling you about myself. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know where to start from. But again, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no script of this. I don't want to script this. Like, it feels like, oh, it's scripted. Like you have to say this and this and this and this. No, I just want it to be raw. I just want it to be me, so that we can see the real me. In terms of like how I go about things. Sometimes if it was like a podcast, I would have a producer scripted like every segment that you're going to say this comes after this and this. But now I just want to be me. But briefly, I'm a 28-year-old male from Uganda. Right now, in the US. I have been here for close to 2 years now. I keep on going back and forth because Uganda is my homeland. So in case you're in Uganda, bigs up, no, thumbs up. I was watching the other day, Shits and Gigs, and Fuhad said, thumbs up is like the most outrageous, what's it called? Not a meme. Uh, what's that? What's that word? I'm looking for that word. Yeah, you know it. That emoji. Yeah, it's like the most outrageous emoji that's ever invented. Like, it's so disrespectful. It's so annoying. It just makes you feel like you just want to go and grab the person and box them up. But yeah, I'll just do it. Thumbs up. You know, if in UG, if in the US as well, you can also like join us or the community of gatherers on this platform. But yeah, I am into the media space that I've been doing for the last 10 years. I think I got into the media space like at around 17, 18. I wasn't that young. Yeah, but I was co-hosting the show on NBS called the Mix Up Show. That we had me, Henry, who's now like one of the lead news reporters when it comes to health in Uganda, crossed over to the uh, news department. Uh, then there was Shakira, there was Abraham, there was Vasta, it was a group of young guys who were like trying to, figure out things and their passion. It was a very great show. Every Sunday we get to have like conversations, or we got to have conversations about young people. We had this what's it called, segment called the campus vibe, where I used to go like to universities and talk to it was cool, really. It was cool. So that's how I ended into media, then moved on into launching my own platform, that's Gather Now Network, due to a passion of sharing, because I felt like on NBS I only had like 5 or 6 to 10 minutes, because like very many guys were like yearning for airtime. That's like starting Gather Now is something that actually it started as Gather Now before network. And like let's gather, have stories, have conversations. And from there, the rest is history. So I started something in the media space as that. Then in the process of like searching for my passion, because I used to take like coffee in school, Saddam, at my hobby, Saddam, Rashid, Robin, then Oliver Pyers. I mean, that's like way back, man. Like we used to take like coffee in school, and it felt like something that I was called to as well to do. So when I got into the working world, I got this interesting. I never knew that you can earn that much in the coffee space, first of all. But when I got to know that, oh, you can earn this much just brewing something and you love it, you get to interact with people, because for me, sharing with people is something that I love so much. I was like, oh man, I'm going for this. So went to school, started course for like was 2 months, but I never. It was supposed to take 3 months, but I never finished. I think I was too bright for that. I never finished the course. Within like in the first month, like 3 weeks in, I was called for a job interview and I got a job, started working. And from there, ever since, the rest is history. Falling in love with coffee, invented various things that I've loved so much to do, curated menus, combined my background of, because I was going to school as a thinker, combined my background of PR and branding, and then it was like an amalgamation of things that I love to do. So yeah, currently I am the host of We Need to Talk podcast, which you'll find a link somewhere here below in the description. And we do have conversations about wellness, personal development, and we believe in a journey of becoming. You becoming a better person, becoming a better human being, and we stand for humanity. I believe humanity should be able to do whatever they want. They should dream and achieve whatever dreams they have. And through that, we do it through coffee and stories. So, Gather Now Network with its podcast, We Need to Talk podcast, they tell stories. And coffee like provides that impact of a community that, uh, comes together to have a cup of coffee. Or coffee like from way back, man. Like coffee brought people together. Like there's that history of coffee. But yeah, that's briefly about me. I'm a nobody. That's something that I tend to like remind myself every morning that you're nobody. Try to be somebody, because it keeps me, you know, grounded. That's one, but also it gives me that sense of purpose. Like, okay, keep searching, keep going, because if you start seeing yourself as somebody in the eyes of the other person without them recognizing that you're somebody, you know, it it just gets to your head. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't believe that you're somebody, but let the other person see you as somebody as well. I don't know whether that makes sense. But yeah, so we'll be here, and I hope you guys enjoy this ride with me. We'll be talking about business, media, adulthood, especially young adults, because that's like the phase I'm in right now. Trying to, be a better person. And then also like sharing ideas. Let us be a community of people that brings success within our reach, but also motivates each other. So, guys, this is like the first episode. I'm not going to go deep into too much, but at least we shall always do like 15, 20 minutes of every episode. And I hope you like it. I hope you join me on this quest of showing you behind the gather. I'll be sharing more on how I'm building the company that will be leading in Africa when it comes to the coffee and media operations, but also something that impacts our community. Um, it's a struggle, man. It's a huge struggle. When I think about it, I just need to have like 3 of these cups. But yeah, I'll see you in the next episode where we shall start like delving into all this. Again, it will be random. Don't come here thinking it's going to be scripted. In the comments, I hope you can be able to understand that this is not like a scripted show. It's going to be a raw show, raw as possible, whereby it's me speaking my thoughts. You can add on those thoughts by sharing in the comments. All right. I hope you guys have a great one and subscribe. Please, please, please subscribe because that's something that I need right now. Have a good one. Bye.